Hey Star Trek fans, welcome to the first episode of the Star Trek News Desk, a monthly show wrapping up all the news from the Star Trek universe. Let's take a look at our top story this month. In a stunning announcement, the lawsuit between CBS, Paramount, and Axanar Studios has ended. According to a joint statement, Paramount Pictures Corporation, CBS Studios Inc., Axanar Productions Inc., and Alec Peters are pleased to announce that the litigation regarding Axanar's film Prelude to Axanar and its proposed film Axanar has been resolved. Axanar and Mr. Peters acknowledge that both films were not approved by Paramount or CBS, and that both works crossed boundaries acceptable to CBS and Paramount relating to copyright law. So what does this mean going forward? Well, there were a few clarifications sent out via email to Axanar donors. According to these communications, it looks like Axanar will be allowed to go forward as long as the production brings itself in line with the guidelines for fan films released last year by Paramount and CBS. In their joint statement of the settlement, the parties have stated that going forward, Axanar and Mr. Peters have agreed to make substantial changes to Axanar to resolve this litigation, and have also assured the copyright holders that any future Star Trek fan films produced by Axanar or Mr. Peters will be in accordance with the guidelines for fan films distributed by CBS and Paramount in June 2016. For more details about the settlement, click the link to the story on The Hollywood Reporter in the description below. As reported in last week's breaking news video, Star Trek Discovery is yet again facing another delay. The series will no longer premiere on CBS All Access in May of 2017, instead delayed to an undetermined date in the future. While filming did indeed start on time this past week, it seems as though the show may be delayed to avoid cross-promotion with The Walking Dead. Sonequa Martin-Green, of course, continues to play her role as Sasha in that show, while at the same time being cast as Lieutenant Commander Rainsford in Star Trek Discovery. However, in more positive news about Star Trek Discovery, another actor has been revealed to be in the cast. James Frain will be playing Sarek, most famous as Spock's father in the Star Trek universe. We're not sure yet what part Sarek will play in the story of Star Trek Discovery, but we're all just as excited as you to find out. You can follow James Frain on Twitter at BritJFrain. That music you're hearing may just be Star Trek Discovery's theme music. Recently tweeted by composer Charles-Henri Avalanche, "My first Star Trek theme. Looking forward to 2017's opportunities," with the hashtag Star Trek Discovery. I don't know about you, but I'm liking what I hear, somewhat reminiscent of Apollo 13's theme at the beginning of the piece. It has this sense of optimism and hope throughout. Visit ncc-1031.com for the full track. They've posted it there on their website. I have a link in the description below, and you can follow the composer at Charles Avalanche on Twitter. IGN recently interviewed actor Doug Jones, and his role in Star Trek Discovery came up during the discussion. When it was first announced that he was cast in the show, I apparently mispronounced his character's name. Let's hear from the man himself as to how it is supposed to be pronounced.
And I will be the science officer.
How do you say his name? Saru?
Saru.
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 Okay.
Lieutenant Saru is what they've said so far. Now, rank, of course, can change over the years. I don't know where I'll be heading from here. Well, let's hope up.
You can watch the full interview at IGN.com. As always, I have a link in the description below. Discovery lead Sonequa Martin-Green also recently had an interview, this time with EW.com, in which she discusses a little bit about her role on Star Trek Discovery, and also talks a little bit about the future of the character of Sasha on The Walking Dead. She was, however, cagey and didn't really say one way or another if the character would remain on the show while she is overdoing Star Trek Discovery. EW.com has a little bit of an analysis as to whether they think she will be leaving the show or remaining. Click the link in the description below to check that out. The nominees for the upcoming Oscar Awards have been announced, and Star Trek Beyond's Joel Harlow and Richard Alonso have both been nominated in the category of Best Makeup and Hairstyling. There were definitely some impressive makeup effects in the latest Star Trek film, and it is certainly deserving of this nomination and perhaps a win. Beyond is up against the films A Man Called Ove and Suicide Squad for the award. I have a link in the description to the story over on trekcore.com, as well as a link to all of the Oscar nominees for this year. To round out the news from Star Trek, I'd like to share a little bit of what Ben Robinson from Eagle Moss has been sharing on his Twitter account. He loves having little sneak previews of what's coming up in the official Starships collection, and he has been sharing a lot lately. Coming throughout 2017 are the larger format starships, and Ben's been showing these recently, including this photo of the original 1701, the Enterprise D, and for the first time, the Enterprise E. I'm really excited to get my hands on these. And check out this photo of the larger Enterprise D. That's a Nova-class ship in the background, and it's not the Equinox. Looks like we'll be getting a model of Captain Harry Kim's ship, the USS Rhode Island. A few others have put in an appearance, such as the New Orleans-class USS Kyushu from the Battle of Wolf 359, a Bajoran freighter that's cameoed in a lot of different roles in Star Trek over the years, and hints about what other ships might be getting the larger treatment in the future. Stay tuned for more news about the Starships collection, and make sure to follow Ben Robinson on Twitter. You can find him at BenCSRobinson. Well, that's all from the Star Trek news desk for this episode. However, I will be standing by to bring you breaking news as it occurs. And if you have a Star Trek news tip, make sure to comment below, or you can tweet to me at Kertrats, that's Kertrats, or you can post on the Facebook group at facebook.com/KertratsProductions. If you have a comment on anything I've said in today's show, please don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you here again soon.